Hello, everybody. My name is Anthony Burrows, and I'm posting for the first time. Hopefully, for many more that will follow. The issues that I'll be looking at will revolve around daily life, finances, and also with us as a people giving sacrifice and service. The matter for exploration is COVID 19. Many persons around the world they've lost jobs and all of their forms of livelihood. But I must add, here in the Bahamas, Bahamians are showing a remarkably resilient spirit. My weekly post will specifically deal with life, finances, with service and sacrifice. Now, the purpose for doing these posts will be to provide you with information which will enable you to become more financially literate and further assist with the discovery of a balanced life. These things now begs the question, what is financial literacy? Financial literacy, now this is my terminology for it, is the ability to use your knowledge and skills to manage your financial resources for your lifetime, not just for next week, last week, but for your lifetime. Sacrifice and service. Now, sacrifice is you giving up something of value to you for the sake of later gain. And the best example of this is when you do it less so that your child may have more. Service is doing something for others without expecting payment, praise, or reciprocation. And we always often looking for praise and for thanks and all of that. But being of service is the easiest way to become rich. Let me hasten to say this, that through my postings, my ultimate goal really is that you'll become financially independent / financially free, which is one and the same, really. Now, being financially independent, or again, financially free, will put us in positions to be an even greater witness for the God of heaven and his kingdom, in particular for those persons who are Christians. Now, added to that, it better puts us in situations where we can seize many opportunities which come our ways on a daily basis. I cannot forget when I sometimes read the Bible and you'd see where the children of Israel receive instructions as they was headed for the land flowing with milk and honey known as the promised land. It was pointed out that there were to be no poor people among them. But you know what? People don't stay faithful and true to things as they always should. So eventually poverty and misery surface among the people. And Jehovah was heard to say, "My people perish for the lack of knowledge." And it's like with us today. The sad truth is, we weren't taught how to handle money or how to go about planning our future. Most parents do not discuss money with their children, and boy, our schools most certainly don't teach financial literacy. Now, of course, math and English and all those other things, I guess, have their place. But in real life teaches us differently. And as a result, most of us are not equipped because of schools and family life have not prepared us for handling our finances. I can always remember parents saying, my own would say and others would say, "Don't hang that basket higher than you can reach." Or that famous saying, "Stop keeping up with the Joneses." Parents and family, in truth, they mean well, because I can always hear them with the noblest expressions from any parent, which is, "Boy, girl, get a good education so that you may in turn get a good job." And that's usually the sum total of the parental guidance and advice when it comes to life and finances. The funny thing is, in most instances, it doesn't matter if you grew or grew up to become the prime minister, a successful entrepreneur, mega church pastor, or garbage collector, the guidance was the same. Let's remember, real education is anything which improves your thinking, especially with the provision of solutions to your unique challenges. It's not this sitting in a room, soaking up some information, and then later regurgitated on a test that has no real life applications. Now that COVID-19 is here, most people are greatly disturbed as to what we ought to do so that we may be able to come out of this just as we were before it came along. The pressing issue that's overshadowing most nations and the fallout from the coronavirus was originally concern for illness and the possibility of death, but that's no longer the issue. Everyone is looking for borders to be opened again, so commerce may resume, and so that persons could go about earning a living and taking care of their families and meeting their financial commitments. But as this time looms closer and closer, still, from the bottom to the top of societies are panic-stricken, and everybody was wondering what's going to be our future and our future way of life. Questions and concerns are heard every day and everywhere. Will our economy bounce back? Will I be able to find me another job? Will our dollar be devalued? And what will the new future and the new norm be like? How can I make a difference and make a living during these unprecedented times? And the clouds that are hanging and looming over us are challenges that's beyond our comprehension. Please check my posting that's coming up, COVID-19, the Survival Guide, Part 1. I will see you next time, and may God bless and prosper you. Hello. Glad that you could join me again. I am Anthony Burrows, posting again for Life, Finances with Sacrifice and Service. Now, you got numerous amount of people, even over these past couple of weeks, are still perplexed and fearful as to what they ought to do in order to come out on the strong side of COVID. I have put my COVID-19 survival guide together just for you, and they consist of 7 easy steps. Step number 1, accept the situation for what it is. Now, weep if you want to, and if you need to weep, this will get the anxiety out. For many a times, a good cry acts as a refresher so that you may reboot your spirit. By all means, stay calm so you won't make any hasty or ill-advised decisions. Don't get down on yourself. The brightest of minds around the world did not see this coming. It caught everybody off guard. By all means, do not isolate yourself from your friends and from family, because friends and family, that's your support and your safety net, plus that's where you're going to get all your encouragement. Contrary to popular belief, no man is an island. You cannot do it alone, so stick together. Now, if you are in a state of anxiety and a little bit of fearfulness and overly concerned, take a break from social media for a while, especially the ones with the fear-mongering. Fortunately, at this time, the worldwide protest against racism has somewhat bumped COVID to the back pages. Guide for survival of COVID number 2. Think. Now, this may sound trivial, but this is how you are able to get past life difficulties. Find you a thinking and a meditating place. Go there on a regular basis. Put in a couple hours or even however long you need. But during these sessions, you will come up with brilliant ideas. By all means, write them down. Then devise plans around these ideas. I always remember a book I once read which stated that an idea is raw material for success. The thought of our Bahamas being an independent nation one time was only an idea and a dream. Joining Nassau to Paradise Island via bridge was only once a crazy idea. It is through thinking that you will be able to take these disappointing times and turn them into opportunities. Number 3, to survive COVID, meet with your creditors. That includes banks, furniture stores, mortgage companies, car dealers, and any other loans you may have out there. Ask for a grace period of at least 3 to 4 months. 6 months if you can, but ask. The most they can say is no. And all creditors want their money, so they will be more than happy to work with you. And your coming in will make them feel secure and comfortable knowing that they can trust you. And this will give you time to seek employment or even just daily work. Don't duck anybody or bury your head and hope that bills will magically disappear. It just won't happen. Just man up. Look for ways to cut back on expenses, and at this time, you can look at, hey, do I really need cable? Do I really need a landline? You may even think of shutting off the water heater for a while because it's the biggest energy consumer in most homes. Explore having a yard sale because there are persons looking for opportunities to purchase needed goods at the right price, because as you go around, people are hoping that there are persons on hard times and then they can get some bargains. As time progresses, consider, and this is unique to you depending on your health situation, a 1 day per week fast. It'll do the pocket and your health well. Item number 4 for this COVID survival guide: protect the 4 walls. Now, the 4 walls is a concept from Dave Ramsey and Suze Orman. The 4 walls consist of, first and foremost, priority number 1 on the 4 walls are food. Because when the children are hungry, they are hungry. And it's difficult to tell a child that you just don't have it. Part of 4 wall number 2 is housing. And this is that roof over your head that will keep the draft and the rain off your body. The third facet is utilities. We must have water, you need light, and you need cooking gas. Finally, of the fourth is transportation. Do everything you can to keep it roadworthy and to keep it filled with gas so that when opportunities come, you'd be able to seize those moments. Survival guide number 5. For many, this is a difficult one because for men and women who have been supporting themselves for all these years, you have to now, number 5, seek financial assistance. Gather up all of your government-issued IDs and go to some of the following places: National Insurance Board for unemployment assistance if you're not employed at this current time. If your employer said to you, hey, we'll be calling you back in a couple of weeks, still go and seek that assistance. Also, if you're self-employed and haven't been as yet and can't work at this point in time, go to National Insurance also and seek the self-employed assistance. And both of these assistance should be running until the end of July. Now, for rental and food assistance, check with your social services department, and they are all over Nassau's. Added to that, begin looking for ways to legally earn an income. For example, if you have writing skills, hey, put something together and try the newspapers. Try some of the radio and local stations around town. Also, try food stores, security companies. Probably look at delivery drivers and things of the sort. And as you go around, there are different places that have openings. Just apply, grab anything to pass the time until things can get better. Now, this should serve us as a reminder. Let us remember that government offers these services, but if we don't pay our taxes, then these safety nets won't be in place and available for us. 2 more survival guides to go. Guide number 6, survival of COVID, which is vital for the survival to take place. Number 6, get a medical checkup. There are government clinics all around the country. Added to that, they are free. So when you go to them, get one of those from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet checkup, complete with all the blood work and various tests. If you are taking medication that you can no longer afford, then immediately follow up with the National Insurance Board concerning their drug plan or social services concerning their Medicard. Start a vegetable garden. This is a great way to get some sunshine and exercise. And in relation to that, I have the book of the week, which is the Backyard Farming in the Bahamas, which can be found at the Ministry of Agriculture. And don't forget through all of this to wear your mask in public and frequently wash those hands. By all means, don't become complacent, because by doing so you will be caught unprepared, and what happens, you may not take down yourself but a loved one, which will leave deep grief in your life. And finally, COVID survival in number 7. And the big one for number 7 is investing in yourself. Pardon me. The greatest investment any person can make is the investment in themselves. For starters, you got to turn off that television and ease up on social media. Spend some time reading or looking at things, how to develop the skills that goes from those thinking sessions that you need. You may have many ideas. This is the time to grow yourself. You have free webinars and seminars online. Watch these and become more educated for what you are planning to do. On a piece of paper, set out a 1-year, a 3-year, and a 5-year plan for your life, and then refer back to that on a regular basis so you could stay on track. Now that serves as my 7 survival guide for COVID-19. Again, the book of the week is Backyard Farming in the Bahamas. If you can't find it, call 242-325-7502 or 7509. It's a simple, practical, but excellent book and potentially a life changer. My next posting will be part 2, COVID-19 Survival Guide for those who are still fortunate enough to be employed. And until next time, may the God of heaven bless and prosper you.